won't be buried in that box. He's wrapped inside in what's called a coffin. And that coffin is an Arabic word from which the word coffin actually comes from. The English word coffin is from the Arabic term coffin. And it's an undyed, seamless garment. He's wrapped up like in a seed pod, And as we understand, this would have been, I was reading from Imam Suleiman, who is here with us, traveling all the way from Atlanta, but who is also went with Anthony for about 15 of his Hajjs, and this one would have been the 40th Hajj for okay, you see, there you go. So there's the mystery. So everybody can try to figure out it was 40 or 39. It was a lot. Okay. And there are perhaps some people here who actually paid for them to go on Hajj. But in Islam, this is why I got to chill, because in Islam there is no eulogy. So I know everybody got their Anthony stories, and we're not trying to pump the crowd or anything like that. It's still solemn, but at the same time, there's so much joy mixed with the loss of Anthony. But that being said, I mentioned that point to say that when you go on Hajj, you also wear undyed, seamless white garments, particularly the men. And so this is the ultimate Hajj right here. This is the ultimate journey, and that visit is something of a precursor for this final journey, the destiny that we have as human beings. So the box is just there for carriage. That's all it is. He's going to be taken out of that, and he's going to be placed in the ground. It's like planting. One of the things that, to go to the end, one of the things that you can do, is not something that you have to do. You can take a handful of earth and release it in 3 separate parts, or take 3 separate handfuls of earth, which represents you were drawn from the earth, you're being returned to the earth, and you're going to be raised up from it again. So that's what the 3 are. You're drawn from the earth, you're being returned to the earth, and you're going to be raised up from it again. The Muslim prayer for this service it's less than 5 minutes, really, less than 3 minutes actually. Very short occasion. One of the things is that in Islam, death is a part of life. Life is, you just imagine it like this one line, and then you're born. At some point in this long line, you die. But it's just a passage from one side of life, this side, to the other side of life. So we believe in life after death. So he's had his moment where he's made that transition, as we say. But the Quran says, don't speak of my servants as dead, they're alive. It's just that you don't know how to see them. You can't see them. But he is still living. He's still living. We have the responsibility to return in the best possible way what belonged to God in the first place. He was loaned to us, and all of us have to be appreciated is the fact that Anthony was in our lives. That's really a blessing. When God brings good people into your life, is that you don't do it, God does it. And so that's very special there. So we talked about the calf, and we talked about life, death. Okay, so when we line up for the prayer, I can say you see yourselves right now, right? You can just take a quick look around. So you've already been close enough to each other, but those of you who have that concern, then you don't get in the ranks, separate yourself as need be. But beyond that, the next thing that we'll do is we'll form ranks, and the goal is to get an odd number of ranks. So what we'll do is when we line, the men will be in the front, and the women will be behind, and the family members, we would prefer that the family members be the central part of both roles, both male and the female. So if you're going to join the ranks, then you can come right up here. And so as we normally open up, Subhanakallah, then Al-Fatiha, and then the second part of the prayer, the takbir, then you make the prayer of Abraham, bless Abraham, make Abraham successful and the followers, etc. Then the third part is a prayer for the deceased, but also is basically for everyone, the living, the dead, the young, the old, the present, the absent, and those who you cause to live, bless them to live in submission to your will, and those who you cause to die, bless them to die, believing in your oneness, believing in you. Then that will be the third portion. And the fourth portion is basically to say, don't deprive us of his reward, and also don't make his passing a trial, a fitna for us. And that basically is how the prayer ends, and with Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah, Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah, and that'll be the end of the prayer. And all this will happen much faster than I just said it. At that conclusion, then we're going to, of course, have the body interred. And one of the ways that we show acceptance of Allah's will is to leave the gravesite quickly. Leave the gravesite quickly. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Alhamdulillah, may Allah grant him paradise, inshaAllah. So at this time, we're going to
stories I read. has left for us. So look around and see God's plan. Find a way to understand this man, an example for all mankind. And I will see the truth in time. He is the best inside of me. Won't find myself looking to no one else. He's the best of myself. Oh, if you say you wanna be like mine, oh Muhammad, he is greater than Jordan.
Some stone.
See if you can grab a big one, Si. Right there toward the top.
Right here.
Yeah, see if that's it. Yeah, it's perfect. There's something right there for you.
Put that on his head.
Small.
Yeah,
These all grapes off.
What? Right there?
these are grapes.
That what top is, it? Bruh. What top is? That's great. Ask him.
He's co-owner of this thing, right? He's the guy. Did you get the one on bottom?
Slab is gonna seal the top.
Clear the edges of.
The gray around on top, dust it off. All around. I wouldn't touch that side.
Sounded like
He
Clean that so that the lid can stay.
all the grapes.
I need a ladder.
yeah, that's right. All right, Ray, that's gonna be good. So go up the ladder. Oh yeah, he would charge it off to exercise for the day. So they're gonna bring the backhoe in.
Wherever you may be, I'll be beside you. Oh, yes, I will. Although we're many million dreams away, each night I'll say a prayer to guide you. Oh, yes, I will. Heaven